Hey guys, as many of you may know, in Dual Abyss, there is a pet system, similar to Withering Waves' Echoes. However, unlike Withering Waves, you only equip one per active character that you have equipped. These Geniemons basically have active and passive traits, and other traits that you can add in from inactive Geniemons, which I will get into later. Now, you can obtain Geniemons very easily by going around the world, exploring, right? Doing your quests, doing your commissions and everything. You can find them basically anywhere. However, there is a very quick and easy way to expedite your ability to be able to obtain them. Now, the easiest way that basically everyone knows is by using this one Geniemon that you can obtain 100% of the time, which is the box pet. Not Big Man, I don't know why I changed his name, but basically this pet's active skill allows it to be able to detect 100 meters and display one Geniemon and one chest within those 100 meters. If there is no Geniemon or chest, it just won't display anything. But it displays it for 30 seconds whilst it goes into a cooldown of 30 seconds, meaning you can basically use its skill again after its active skill runs out. So in the perfect scenario, it would take you 30 seconds to get to both the chest and the Geniemon, and then afterwards you can use the skill again. If you are not able to get to the chest or obtain the Geniemon within those 30 seconds, the display will disappear. However, you're able to just use the box pet Geniemon active skill again. Now, as of right now, I only know 2 of these pets that are available around the world. It's a 100% capture guarantee, the easiest location that most people will have access to, and it's the easiest one to get when it comes to early in the game, is the one by the sewer in this one little crevice. Once you get to this crevice, you just go through the door and there will be a chest. Open the chest and the box pet will be there. Claim it, it's a 100% guarantee drop. After that, no need to worry. Keep it at level 1 because the active skill does not change when it comes to leveling. You can find the second one right over here in this little corner. There will be a chest right here, but since I've already claimed it, it's not here. But after you open it, I think you have to run out and then come back in, or you have to defeat the surrounding mobs, but I don't quite remember. But basically, to get to this location, just teleport here, run straight, come over here, come around here, and then just go in through this little hole. There'll be a cave, and then the chest will just be sitting right here. But after obtaining this box pet, you're able to just spam the ability, go for chests, go for Geniemons, and you're able to make exploration when it comes to farming Geniemons, inactive, active Geniemons, and your chests a lot easier. Now, the difference between the active and inactive Geniemons, basically the active ones are the one that you equip, and the inactive ones are the ones that have innate traits that you can either upgrade or you can slot into your active ones. Now, that is the most important and simplest thing you can do for your exploration when it comes to obtaining Geniemons and opening chests and finding them. However, there are 2 other things that you can do. One is to cut down your exploration and your travel time to the Geniemons and the chests when you do find them, and to find new areas to be able to use your Geniemons on, and that is to get Rhythm. Yes, somehow Rhythm gets tied into this again. Because of Rhythm's ability to traverse vertically and horizontally very well because of the momentum acceleration that she has innately with her skill, and the fact that in this game you can carry your momentum, she is able to zoom to these Geniemon / chests. Yes, you can also get the Piercing Ascent from the theater and put it onto your polearm. However, after the nerf, where now you can only do the momentum carry tech with the Piercing Ascent off of a ledge, it is now more inconsistent. Versus if you were to use Rhythm alongside Piercing Ascent, you'll be able to do the momentum carry a lot easier. The issue is now you're forced to get a Demon Wedge as well from the theater instead of using it for other materials, versus Rhythm, who is able to do it by themselves without having to get a wedge. Alongside this is also taking up a melee weapon slot, which will be important for our third tip to expedite your Geniemon grinding. Now, in the scenario that you get to the Geniemons in the chest and the cooldown is still up, you would have to wait the rest of the cooldown, and especially with Rhythm, you're able to get to it a lot faster, so your cooldown will be a lot longer. That is when the third item comes in, the Wandering Rose. Now, this weapon is good when it comes to this because when you use its active skill by holding down your heavy attack, there is a % chance that it can decrease your active echo skill cooldown by 3 seconds. And if you were to slot in the right demon wedges, you can shorten this animation even more, and you're basically able to spam and chain your heavy attacks. And if you get lucky enough, you're able to cut down your cooldown by a very large margin. Now here is the caveat. Both Rhythm and the Wandering Rose can only be obtained as of right now from the Nocturnal Echoes. And as we all know, the Nocturnal Echoes are only limited to 5 times a week, dropping around 3 to 5 tickets, I believe. So this is where it all comes down to your own preference and the account progression that you are currently at. Are you at a comfortable enough spot to be able to use your limited Nocturnal Echoes on Rhythm or the Wandering Rose? Or are you in need of other characters to be able to pass endgame modes like the theater? There are many different aspects that go into your decision to go for Rhythm or the Wandering Rose. However, if you do want to go for them, you have the luxury to, or you just like Rhythm, then you can go for Rhythm. And then I recommend going for the Rose if you want to. Now, there is a singular reason that I don't want to 100% recommend going for Rhythm and the Wandering Rose is because Tabeth, I don't know actually how to say her name, but this character, you used to have to get her secret letters from the Nocturnal Echoes. However, as of, I believe, Fina's release, you can now just buy her letter, like all the other characters that's not part of the Nocturnal Echoes. So it's not unbelievable to assume that maybe eventually Rhythm and the Wandering Rose will be moved into that slot. However, I cannot say for sure. So that is why I'm reluctant to recommend you going for Rhythm and the Rose if you don't really want to. If I were to have to rank the priority, number 1 is of course getting the box pet. It's basically free. Most of you have probably already unlocked it because it's just there. You don't need the second one, but if you want to, you can go for it. The area that you need to get to for the second one is already unlocked for you anyways if you just do the MSQ, which you need to do anyways if you want to progress through the story. And the fact that the box pet also has the passive skill of being able to have a wider pickup range, making it very versatile when it comes to commissions like the defense with Lyn, or if you're grinding for demon wedges. One example is when I'm grinding for my defense demon wedges, I would just jump up every so often with a helix jump, look down, and just use her ultimate, kill everything, and just land back onto the device that I need to defend. And because of the extended pickup range, I am able to pick up the things that are important around me. So not only is this Geniemon BIS when it comes to finding other Geniemons and finding chests around the world, this Geniemon is also insane for grinding for demon wedges and for commissions. Now the second recommendation is Rhythm. The reason why Rhythm, I believe, is more important than the Rose to go for is because she can shorten the travel time to it. If you can't even get to the Geniemon or the chest within the 30-second timer, there's no point in using the Wandering Rose's cooldown reduction. So without Rhythm, unless you get very lucky and it's right in front of you, the Wandering Rose's value naturally drops down. But if you were to have a movement character like Rhythm or Tribble and Filbert when it comes to certain maps, then the Rose's value goes up because now you actually have a cooldown that you want to drop. All in all, please get the box pet if you don't already have it, and then you can worry about getting Rhythm or another movement character, and then worry about Wandering Rose. But yeah, hopefully this video was able to help you. If not,
that's alright. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.